Hey you guys, it's time for another Universal Yums unboxing. This month's going to be a little bit different. Yay! This month it's all about the USA. But I'm going to be real gentle with it because I'm passing this on as a gift to a family member who's graduating from high school. Look how cute. They always pack the tissue paper to match the country's flag. Cute. Oh my goodness. I'm from the USA and I've never seen these. I've never seen these. Look at everything that's in here. All from the USA. Very nice. I like it. Okay. What's inside my USA box? Okay. So first we have Route 11 Chesapeake crab chips. Back in 1939, crabs were so plentiful on the shores of the Chesapeake Bay that bars in Baltimore, Maryland would give them to their customers for free. Every crab was covered in special spices and seasonings to encourage customers to purchase alcohol to wash them down with. Of course, the crabs are no longer free today, and in the case of these chips, they're missing entirely. And in the case of these chips, they're missing entirely. All you'll find in these crunchy organic potato chips is the unmistakable flavor of Chesapeake crab seasoning. The company that makes these chips, Route 11, is a bit of a cult classic, a family-owned company based in the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. They started as potato farmers and turned into potato chip makers. If you're ever in the area, you can go visit their factory for free and watch potatoes get turned into delectable chips in just under 12 minutes. Cute. If we're ever back there, I'll have to tour the factory. Oh, and one of my favorites, Habanero bar. Oh my goodness, that's a childhood treat. I grew up on these. Habanero peanut butter taffy. In the often quoted movie line, Dave Chappelle famously said, "Abba Zaba, you my only friend." That's funny. But when you think about it, actually having Abba Zaba as your only friend wouldn't be such a bad thing. Abba Zaba is a California-made old-time candy that harkens back to the 1920s. The premise is simple: a chewy vanilla taffy with a creamy peanut butter inside. Some people swear by freezing the taffy, then smashing it in the wrapper on the counter until it breaks into tiny pieces. Others choose to squeeze out the peanut butter like a tube of toothpaste. As for us, we're just supporters of general consumption, no matter how it's done. Yeah, I like it soft and warm, so you can just like melt it in your hands and then eat it. But yeah, I'm from California and I grew up on these things. What's in here next? Black and white cookie. Never heard of this. Joey's loving every bite. Black and white cookie. Have you guys If you're looking for a taste of the Big Apple, look no further than these famous, iconic black and white cookies from New York. This is the perfect cookie for indecisive people. Covered with half vanilla frosting and half chocolate frosting. The unofficial rule is that one side of the frosting should be higher than the other, and that the chocolate frosting should be incredibly rich to encourage bites of the vanilla frosting. Oh, I guess it is true. The chocolate side is higher than the vanilla side. These cookies certainly hit the mark. They and exemplify the best of black and whites with a cakey, slightly lemony flavored base. But these are more than just tasty cookies. In 2008, President Obama dubbed them unity cookies as a metaphor for two races existing peacefully together. Oh, interesting. I'm learning a lot of new stuff today. Applets and cotlets. Never heard of this one either. I have never heard of that. Oh, I've seen them. I've seen these little things, but I didn't know that was the name of them. Applets and cotlets. It's really hard not to bite into this treat box, you guys. All these treats and snacks. But it is going to be a gift for somebody, so I have to not ruin it. Applets and cotlets. This right here is what we call a classic American success story. In 1918, an American immigrant named Armin Tertsagen came from Ellis Island to the quiet town of Kashmir, Washington. Together with another Armenian immigrant, Mark Balabin, they purchased an orchard, which they named Liberty Orchard, as homage to their new home in the United States. What they soon realized was that their orchard produced an abundance of surplus fruit that went bad before it could be sold. So, taking inspiration from a popular childhood candy in Armenia, Rahat Lokum, or Turkish Delight, they began producing their own Turkish Delight with the extra fruit. They produced the first applets made from crisp, fresh Washington apples and cotlets made from tangy, ripe apricots. Their applets and cotlets, Turkish Delight, became a huge hit in Washington State, and to this day, everything is still produced by hand, just like Armin and Mark used to make it. Oh my goodness, that's kind of neat. From 1918. Very nice. This is from Washington, California, New York, Virginia. Oh, these little things. Montana Wild Huckleberry Twists. I'm guessing these are made in Montana. Montana is known for two very important things. They're the only state that has 3 times as many cows as it has people, and grown all over the state are wild huckleberries. Though they look similar to blueberries, huckleberries are the far superior cousin with a brighter, more intense flavor. Huckleberries grow wild all over Montana, but the best berries come from northwestern Montana near Glacier National Park. Our friends, the huckleberry people, are one of the few in the nation to make these delicious hard candy twists with real huckleberry preserves. They also specialize in producing huckleberry jams, teas, chocolates, and even soap. How cool is that? Montana, Vermont, maple drops. Oh wait, I guess these are more huckleberry twists. And these are, can you see these? Vermont maple drops. It looks like a big drop of maple syrup that's been gelled or frozen. I bet they're delicious. Vermont maple drops. The Gendron family has been producing maple syrup in Rochester, Vermont for 14 years. They've had to be patient, as it takes over 40 years for the wild maple trees to grow big enough to tap. In early February, the Gendron family taps the maple trees, running the sap from about 3,200 trees into a central sugar shack. After all the sap from the trees is drained, it is boiled down into maple syrup. It takes about 43 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. Oh my goodness. What we're trying to say is go easy on the waffles because maple syrup is a precious commodity. Fortunately, these candies are incredibly long-lasting, so you can sit back and savor a taste of the real Vermont for as long as you like. Oh my goodness. I love this little treat box. They really give you good information about this stuff. That's what I like. It's like a little treat education. Okay. 3 more. Pecan Pralines. Oh, pralines. I love pralines. Oh my goodness, this is so hard not to open. Lamb's Habanero Pecan Pralines. Oh my goodness. They say, can you guys see that? They say that everything is bigger in Texas, but what they should actually say is everything is spicier. Pecan pralines are commonly found throughout the South, but these habanero pecan pralines are something entirely different. They're the perfect balance of heat and sweetness, enough of a kick to make them unforgettable. Oh, how fun. Oh my goodness. From Texas. What do we have next? Frollinger's Saltwater Taffy. Oh, these are delicious. I've had these before. I think they came in like 30-day of candy subscription, I think. Frollinger's Saltwater Taffy. See that? Unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably eaten saltwater taffy before. But these taffies, the Atlantic City taffy, started it all. In 1885, Fralingers manufactures over 600,000 pounds of saltwater taffy each year, and it's an Atlantic City icon. And the last one is a bonus item. Grippo's barbecue potato chips. They're only available in Cincinnati, Ohio. Hickory smoke and real brown sugar with garlic. And these chips, you go to Cincinnati, Ohio, and you can get a bag. That's the only place where they're available. This was a fun little treat box, you guys. Wow, it's going to be a great gift for my